Hello and welcome to UON News for our election special. I'm Archie Corbett. The Conservatives are on course for a victory in the first ever elections for the new West Northamptonshire Council. But first, let's get the national overview because the elections here are just part of a far bigger picture. Here's Lyndon Dixon with more.
48 million across the UK were eligible to cast their votes yesterday on the 6th of May. That's the biggest election since the general election in 2019. We're currently waiting on the results from the Scottish Parliament, the Welsh Parliament, 13 directly elected mayors and of course the host of councils. But the first result was in and it was a big Conservative win in the Hartlepool by-election, with Tory candidate Jill Mortimer coming out victorious. But now can that result give us any clues of what's happened here in Northamptonshire? Well, let's take a look. You can see in 2019, Labour only won because of the pro-Brexit vote was divided between the Conservatives and Nigel Farage's Brexit party. This time around, with no Brexit party muddying the water, the Conservative Party came storming through to snatch a decisive victory. It looks like both Brexit and the vaccine bounce is likely to deliver a good result for the Conservatives in Northamptonshire.
The votes are being counted at the home of motor racing at Silverstone. Just before going on air, I caught up with our reporter, Robert Constantine, who provided us with the latest on how this election is going.
The Conservative Party, 38 seats, won just 9 for Labour. They're getting close to that 47 mark. They're almost going to win this election. We have one interesting result in Developer and Rushmere, where one of the elected candidates was actually an independent candidate. Her name is Julie Davenport. We have the latest results that have come in. We have Neen Valley, Riverside Park and Daventry East. All 9 of the councillors for these wards are Conservative. Probably the most notable candidate here was former leader of the Borough Council, Jonathan Nunn, who was also elected in the Neen Valley ward. We've spoken with him, said he was feeling confident ahead of this election, and he has some big plans for the new councils. He talked about how crucial it is for people to be for the council to finally listen to the people. He talked about development in the roads, children's safety, homelessness. He talked about these issues, and Jonathan Nunn, as I mentioned before, has been elected as a councillor for the Neen Valley. The Conservatives do have a comfortable lead at the moment, and we'll be updating you later when we get some more results in.
The new unitary authority is replacing Northamptonshire County Council and Northampton Borough Council. Both have been mired in scandal. The Borough Council has been embroiled in a controversy with Northampton Town Football Club over the missing millions. James Wiles tells the story of what's happened so far.
One of the biggest scandals in Northampton Borough Council's history is the Cobblers' missing millions. In July 2012, then chairman of Northampton Town Football Club David Cardoza proposed redevelopment of Sixfields East Stand and the surrounding area. Then leader of the council David McIntosh, pictured on the left, agreed to lend the club £10.25 million. However, the redevelopment stopped in October 2014 because the workers hadn't been paid. The club had missed 2 repayments by September 2015, and a BBC investigation revealed that millions had been misappropriated. In November, a police inquiry began into alleged financial irregularities, and the club was taken over by former Oxford United chairman Kelvin Thomas, who paid outstanding taxes and wages. An internal council investigation started in January 2016. Meanwhile, Cardoza was arrested. In June, it was claimed that McIntosh had not passed on warnings about the loan when he was council leader, but he denies this. By November 2018, there were 30 suspects in the investigation. Cardoza and his father were ordered to repay £2.1 million to the council in January 2019. And just 6 weeks ago, Cardoza's wife was told to repay over £400,000 to the council or face losing her home. Julian Sturdy is a former BBC journalist who was involved in the uncovering of the scandal.
It was a great scandal. I mean, it was a scandal for the reputation of Northampton Football Club, but also the reputation of the Borough Council. This was a council which had in the past, got a reputation for handling affairs, but this money, it was clear the proper procedures were not followed, and so many mistakes were along the way, and it would appear that it was pushed by the leader of the council for political reasons. People say the police have taken too long, but this could turn out to be the biggest local government fraud inquiry ever to take place in the United Kingdom.
The police investigation into the missing millions continues, and the restructured councils have a huge task to recover the remaining debt. The money is still missing, the East Stand is still incomplete, and the controversy has inflicted severe and lasting reputational damage on the council and the club.
Now, let's just have a look at the latest state of play. 19 wards have now been declared. That's delivered 3 Liberal Democrat councillors, 9 Labour, some 46 Conservative councillors and 1 independent so far. That's all for now. We'll be back with more updates at 8 p.m.